I have been watching Follow the House of Usher on Netflix, and in this video, I'm going to talk about some things that I noticed in episode 1. Spoilers ahead. This episode begins with the Pink Floyd song, Another Brick in the Wall. That is our first visual. Yes, it's something we're hearing, but it's a visual, the idea of a brick wall being built. That is from the Cask of Amontillado. And in that story, our narrator, Montresor, takes revenge on his nemesis, Fortunato, by slowly bricking him into a wall. This miniseries, the entire thing is in a non-linear fashion, so we're going to jump around in time. Episode 1 starts at the very end of everything that has happened. Our main character, Roderick Usher, who in this story is the CEO of Fortunato Pharmaceuticals, he summons the U.S. attorney, Auguste Dupin, to make a confession. Right off, we've got characters from several different short stories. Roderick and Madeline, of course, are from The Fall of the House of Usher. Fortunato is from the Cask of Amontillado. Auguste Dupin is a detective character in several of Poe's short stories. So Roderick Usher summons him to make a confession. This is very typical Poe. A number of Poe's short stories begin with the narrator, our main character, saying, I've done all this stuff and now I'm gonna tell you about it. So the overall miniseries is called The Fall of the House of Usher, but it's really a specific portion of this first episode that is a direct reference to the actual short story. And that is when the Usher twins, Roderick and Madeline, accidentally bury their mother alive, at which point she comes back to take revenge on the person who has tormented her throughout her life. Their mother's name is Eliza. In real life, Edgar Allan Poe's mother's name was Eliza. Some other references to Follow the House of Usher that you see in this very first episode. Usher invites Dupin to this rundown old house, and during their conference, there is a storm happening outside. That is from the final scene of The Fall of the House of Usher, a violent storm that beats down on this dilapidated, crumbling old house that belongs to the Ushers. This episode ends with Roderick collapsing at a funeral after he hallucinates maybe a person in a motley costume. That's a court jester outfit, and that is from the Cask of Amontillado. Fortunato is wearing a motley costume, which symbolizes that someone's going to make a fool of him. The very last bit that we see in this episode is Roderick lying on the ground saying, it's time. There's a reference to time, to clocks. Time is running out. We are racing towards the end, which was a very big concern of Edgar Allan Poe's. We'll talk about episode 2. Bye.